What is the truth? What is the lie? What to believe in my life? Oh my god, we were this close to getting Bushido and Luminous together. We were so close. We were so close.
This is the second episode, mind you, that they're on the same episode before the end credits, but they're still not in the same damn scene together.
It will, and I like full disclosure. When I went to Japan, for obvious reasons, I was not able to watch episodes 8 and 9. And let me tell you, it took me forever to catch up to this episode. Like, literally, I watched the entire Raya arc today. Like, all 5 episodes. And my takeaway is, why the hell are Luminous and not... And why the hell are Luminous and Bushido not able to travel between dimensions? That's a question I've been asking like since episode 3. But even when they say, "Oh yeah, no, Infinity and Raya and apparently Death Gavan are the only 3 who can do that," how? Why? I mean, look at Infinity's crew, like the cool guy and his AI homegirl who is Gooner proof. Yeah, I still got my anti-Gooner spray. Yeah, no, like how come they can dimension travel, but these 2 Gavan can't?
Because if any Gavan, besides the 3, can do it, then Gavant would be in every episode stealing the show from the main character.
He would be high key.
So their resolution to that is, okay, obviously our main guy can do it. The new guy, because he's a ninja. Okay, ninjutsu. Whatever. And then you got Death Gavin that is just, as this episode demonstrates, broken is all hell. So, yeah. Even the dog agrees that, yeah, this guy was a problem. We start off this episode. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. First off, hi, everybody. Welcome to the Morphin Network for the Heavy Metal Hero podcast. With this episode, what is this episode number? 14 of Super Sentai Gavan. Infinity, the truth of the universe. Yeah, the beginning of this episode, Bushido is going up against... Actually, no. Raya was going up against Death Gavin in Bushido's world.
Yeah, and at first you're thinking to yourself, oh my god, like what's going on? How did we get here? Is this another case of the...
Well, I'm not a huge fan, personally, of the whole 3 weeks earlier teaser thing. I feel like,
But it's not! It just happens to be happening concurrently.
Yeah, we don't know how we got here. Wasn't Death Gavin in the null void in Maku space? Oh, wait, he can just travel wherever the hell he pleases. Where there was no setup to this, there was no rhyme or reason. No, he's just here causing problems. And that's my takeaway from this entire episode, that the rule of cool is really cool. This show shows promise, but then it takes it away from us. But at the same time, how did we get to this rule of cool? How did we get to this amazing episode? What led up to this?
That's a good question.
I don't know. We went from all the shenanigans of Raya's arc, introducing him into the main plot line. We literally had school spirits, but Toku, which isn't far off from the main show of School Spirits last week. So we had that just last week.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell happened between then to now to get to here? nobody knows. It's just, hey, we're here.
We're just here.
Fight. And yeah, not like Bushido's like, I think Bushido finally experienced some fear when Death Gavin took out their crew. That's my takeaway, that he actually saw some fear.
You know what I still I'm trying to figure out what emotions Raya is supposed to be based on, because I know Infinity is anger, Bushido's sadness, and Luminous is joy, but like is Raya supposed to be fear?
See, honestly, I have not paid any attention to the Emo gear because I still think it's a stupid concept. You're just taking bits of what we did in Gojuger, adding a bit of Gochizo fun to it, and this is the slap we're getting.
Yeah. Oh, and let's give it a Kamen Rider build skin.
Yeah. See, that's how much I just do not care. It's just making me not think about, oh, we're just taking from this, that, and the third that did it better.
Yeah.
But yeah, we Reiji and them get the call, and it's like, I bet we're going over to Bushido's world to handle this thing.
Yeah, but first we do find out that Bulkbot passed the first test. And I'm like, oh, look at that! Bulkbot is actually getting some character development. Finally,
I hated it.
Took us 14 episodes.
I hated it. I only hated it because it made me actually see them like, oh, these are actual characters, not just caricatures or total idiots. No, these are actual characters. You got me to care about them.
Yeah.
Touche, show. Touche.
Yeah. And apparently he will be the focus character next episode. I know we're jumping the gun a bit. But...
See, I'm not opposed to that because maybe it leading from what happened in this episode. Cool. But we just got Death Gavin back. Shouldn't we have had him a bit before we move on to Dio Toji?
Or vice versa?
Yeah, like we could have had him and then do the Death Gavin stuff, or have Death Gavin have an arc, 3 to 4 episodes max.
Or heck, maybe if we actually got Bulkbot to show up towards the end of this episode and actually like feel like motivated, like, yeah, no, like Death Gavin, I got personal beef with him now. I have to become a Gavan. So like I could like actually like tidy up the score with him, my score with him. Then it's like, okay, like this would be a perfect hook to lead up to Bulkbot having his own episode.
Yeah, right.
But we don't get that.
I took out Satoru Gojo. This will be cake. But nah, he like, I don't know. I think it's just like the way they're just going about the series, because we're already getting a whole other Project R.E.D show, Omega Horn, or however they want to call it. If they call it Omega Horn, that's a little bit of an innuendo there, ain't it, Toei?
That's just like creates like freaking like not Kamen Rider. What's it called? Ultraman arc vibes. Because you got the mono horn, the di horn, the tri horn, the tetra horn, the omega horn.
Good God. Are y'all seem to look, Toei, go to Thailand, take a trip, get your jimmies off, but don't bring that tense nastiness up into our children's television. All right, I get it. Y'all wound too tight. Y'all needed some release, but not like this. Not like this. But anywho, yeah, like basically once Reiji shows up, it's just nothing but straight hands this episode. And then, don't get me wrong, the combat from this episode, actually, this week's superhero time has nothing but sweet, magnificent combat.
Oh yeah, hands being thrown of all kinds.
I mean, My girl Rita. Ah, still not over that.
Mhm.
Still not
Yeah.
over that. But this is just like, okay, cool. Death Gavin does his face reveal. I don't know, it's like some sort of senpai or whatever. That part that lost me. Because I'm like, okay.
Mhm.
But I was more focused like, shouldn't this be more of a big deal? Like, shouldn't this have had like some sort of exposition, like a backstory
Mhm.
behind it before the face reveal?
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, so like what's really crazy is that this is just like a sausage fest. Aside from Rui being there, there's like no female characters here. It's like, bruh.
Aggie's there. Aggie is there, giving off. She's like more of like reactionary.
But she's not organic though. She doesn't count.
True. See, I try to give her the more of the Izu vibe of like, okay, you're AI, but we like you. Izu had it easier because Izu's best girl. Aggie is just here, but she's harmless. I've grown to tolerate Aggie.
Mhm.
But yeah, but I mean, Commander Hottie's there. Like, come on, it's her world, it's her jurisdiction. She's got to be there. It's like, she needs the dads to watch. They need the dads to watch. If the moms have Joe Odagiri for Kuga, then the dads need something too. The dads have had a lot. We've established this already.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it's a straight sausage fest.
Yeah.
And then we take the fight from Bushido's world to Luminous's world. Which, awesome. Luminous and Koto actually have something to do this episode.
Yeah.
How do I say? They played the Dragon Ball side character part this episode.
Painful.
Oh, they did my girl dirty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Like, basically, it's just this is Dragon Ball the episode,
Mm-hmm.
and not in the bad way either. Dragon Ball, we all love Dragon Ball, but this is what I'm talking about, where they're fighting, but then you got the others just reacting.
Yeah, but yeah, like the hands are thrown, and then like basically Infinity basically threw the match so he could get the guy to demorph and reveal that he's actually Dragon Orphanok.
Orphanok. Which Rider season is that?
Fives. It was like Delta for a longer period of time than actual Delta.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I saw somewhere that he was Delta.
Yeah.
Could have been Kaiser. No, I didn't want to get Kaiser.
Thank God it wasn't Kaiser.
It would have been better if it was though, because he would have mugged the camera so hard. Like, oh,
yeah, but the thing is, Kohei is like way too flamboyant. Like he would eat up the screen. It's like it doesn't go with the character.
True. No, true. You're right. I'm thinking about it like, oh come on, you got Kohei here. You had Sieg over on Zets just doing the absolute most. So it's like, come on, it paired perfectly, but at the same time, yeah, you're right. Considering how Death Gavin's been moving, he did.
Yeah, he was also Ray from Garo series, so that's two Garo actors in the same superhero time block.
I do need to watch Garo. That's on my to-do list.
Yeah, especially episode 11, my favorite episode.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, and let's be honest, like there were part of the reason why I watched Zets because Jay plays Zero. Yeah.
Yeah, the Zordon deadbeat dad. Why am
Yeah.
I not surprised? No. Yeah, okay, so yeah, we're back. We're in Luminous' world. Then Raya comes in. It's like Raya is. Oh wait a minute, I forgot. There was actually some cool stuff happening besides Luminous' world. When they went into Maku space, they were fighting
A lot. Yeah.
mech to mech, practical
Yeah.
most of it.
Yeah. See, the issue is that it turns out that Kitazaki, yeah, that's the name I'm going to go with because that's what I remember him as playing. Kitazaki was the previous Gavan Infinity before he quote unquote died.
Called that he was Gavin Infinity.
Yeah, it's like watching Kamen Rider Saber all over again.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't he Gavin Destiny?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Gavan Destiny. So Gavan Destiny was the previous Gavan of this Earth.
Yeah, and
The
then
Alpha system.
he died and ended up as Death Gavin.
Yeah. So Death Gavan basically takes Infinity with him to Maku space, and he uses that paralysis thing on him while everyone else chases it after him. And yes, his own Gavarian can transform into a purple and green. Oh my god, it's a freaking Evangelion Gavarian.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Evan Gavarian.
it is.
Yeah.
Get in the robot, Gavin.
The Gavan, he will use his electroplate to defeat the Emogons of Maku space.
That was good. No, but yeah, the mech fight was dope. It was practical, but then we got the CG stuff, which was fine. But I appreciate the practical fight, and then we end up in Luminous's world. Because I'm like, hold up, there was something.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. CGI mecha fights feel less egregious when it's like when the designs of the mecha are more simple.
Yeah, they've come a long way with their CG.
Yeah, because like one of the issues with like CGI fights in like Super Sentai is that sometimes the mecha just have like really complex designs. So like when you render it, it's like yikes.
Mm-hmm.
See, like even when you watch Dom Brothers, you don't watch Dom Brothers for the mech fights. You watch for that Black Air Force energy from the Red Ranger of all characters.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but the mech fights, it's basically an afterthought.
Yeah, I think that's when it started. I think after Zenkaiger, they started caring less for the mech fight in Sentai.
Yeah. Yeah, the only see the reason why we care about the the Boom Boomger ones because Boom Dario is the mecha.
Yeah.
And it is mostly practical. King Oger, yeah, it's mostly CGI, but at least they put plot into it. Like they give you like a reason that like, oh yeah, no, like you need all 5 of them to show up together in order to become the giant robot, but they're all ruling 5 separate continents. Of course, they'll never be at the same place at the same time, except when you really need them to.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so it was cool, but then like Reiji was like all kamikaze essentially. He's like, hey, I go down, you go down. I throw my life away, you throw my life away. I hate you, boy. Let's die. Like
I also love how like during the cage fight we get like all 5 equipment mecha to show up.
Yeah, that seems like a final part of an act. Or like you can't bring them all out unless it's like this is like the final act of the arc.
I was hoping that there would be like a thing where like, oh yeah, they could totally like fuse together at some point. Like, even if you just get kibble of each one like into different areas. I was hoping for like a Ultraman X situation where like all 5 cyber kaiju team up.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, but instead it's like, yeah, we just summoned the Dragon Zord.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just like, oh, we summoned them. That's it. We're here. We are. But, I mean, yeah, like I said, it was cool. Then we ended up in Luminous' world. They're both out for they're both done. They're spent. And then Raya comes in because he wants to finish the job, which honestly he just wants to get his lick back from the start of the episode, which is fair. That's valid.
Mm-hmm.
But then Reiji just like over here, like, nah, man, this ain't the way.
You know what really pisses me off is that Reiji is so close to like defeating this guy. Like he's holding him at gunpoint. You know, it's like every other episode of Ryuki where like we almost get rid of Oja, but something has to happen where like one character runs interference, allowing Oja to escape, and then he captures yet another mirror monster and summons Genocider.
Yes, yeah. No, yeah. Because like he killed your master, dude. Unless you're over here trying to be like, nah, we gotta take him in, trying to be all by the book. Which am I agreeing with the Bulk and Skullbot? Like, am I really agreeing with them that this boy's just a pencil pusher?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. That's how you know we're screwed. If I'm agreeing with those two nut sacks that this guy's being a pencil pusher. Like,
what's really weird is seeing Kunai without his glasses, but then seeing what's her face with glasses, but one of them's broken.
Kiki.
Yeah, Kiki. Not Koto, Kiki.
Koto is the
Koto is the less fun one.
She's the muscle. Kiki is the bubbly, like, oh my god, this is so interesting. Oh my god, he can turn giant. Oh my god, I turned into Peyton List for an episode.
Peyton List episode.
But yeah, that's literally the episode. But then it's like, are we going to continue on to this? Probably for like a segment or two, but we're mostly focusing on.
You know what really surprised me in this episode more than anything else? Koto actually smiling.
Oh, she's smiling in a few episodes, so I thought that. Yeah,
I barely even notice.
It's like it happens. It's little bit of moments here and there, but yeah, she does smile.
Yeah, because the outro theme song does not count.
No, it does not count. No.
Yeah, but yeah, we got to do the. Yeah. Like this thing makes you think about like it's like what are you making like a cappuccino or something? Like what's going on?
Yeah, the dance is it's a unique dance, but so is all the other dances in Tokusatsu.
Yeah. So Alpha World's like chief contacts his higher up. It's like what we feared is true. It's Azoth or Azathoth. Shabbly dabbly doo.
It's the guy whose mom didn't care enough to give him a decent normal name.
Yeah.
Or unless he wanted to be.
It's like you got one channel where you have you have a news anchor named Michael, and then on another channel you have a cooking show with his conjoined twin, Pikel. Can you believe this guy?
Oh my god. But yeah.
Michael and Pikel.
Yeah, as they feared, it's Voldemort. Oh no. And
yeah,
that's the end of the episode.
Lord Moldy Butt.
Oh no. I'm giving this episode an 8 because where it's good, it's fantastic. But it's hampered down by that this is only one episode that we're doing this. There was no build up, there was no arc leading up to it at all. And again, Bushido and Luminous, same episode before end credits, but they're not interacting. Like, what are we doing? This ain't Don Brothers. You're not being cute. Like like Don Brothers did that, and it was better because they were still interacting with each other, and they just didn't know each other's identities until very end, where they all know each other's identities. But that again, that was the point of the show. This is just freaking ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why are you gonna advertise all these 3 Gavins, but they can't even interact with each other? They'll probably interact with each other on the stage play. I wouldn't know, but that's my guess. But at the same time, I'm also just like half asleep right now. It's already like past midnight. I'm tired. And this episode, just trying to remember all this episode, just wearing me out even more. I'm just like, oh my god, what a waste of potential. Such good stuff this episode, but just again, the potential wasted, gone.
Yeah. For me, the show so far has been extremely
Mid!
Yeah.
Fair, valid. It's good where it's good, but then it's like,
yeah. There's like a fan service moments, like in the previous episode, we had that Jiraiya slide thing, but you can't survive on fan service alone. We've tried that with Hasbro's Power Rangers, and look where it got them.
Yeah. Like, yeah, no, that last week was a good. I enjoyed last week's episode, fan servicey as it was, but come on, man, what are we doing? Like, this should have been a whole arc in and of itself to have a bigger impact.
Yep.
And I don't want to hear like, oh, it's a kid's show. Like, come on now. If Avatar: The Last Airbender can hold up after almost 20 years, and that show still holds up, no excuses.
Mm-hmm. What's your excuse? Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. For me, it's also an 8 because again, it's more like wasted potential. And again, like I wouldn't mind this as much if this was a full 50 episode show, but it's clearly not. Unless you mean to tell me there's going to be 2 Project R.E.D shows airing at the same time, there's going to be like 3 tokusatsus during superhero time. Okay, but can you really afford that? I thought the whole point was that Super Sentai was losing in toy sales. And I'm hearing recently that in domestic sales, SSS and Gavan aren't doing so hot. Foreign sales, sure, amazing. But again, keep in mind, 160 yen to $1.
Yeah, like we're not like we already tried to save your asses once before and it didn't go so hot, but that's not us. That's Nickelodeon and Hasbro's fault.
Yeah. Well, let us know what you guys have to say.
Yep. In the comments.
Still no Bushido Luminous crossover.
At this point, I'm not even holding my breath no more. I don't care. They can all meet up at the end of the series, and it's like, oh wow, look at all that, all the Gavins. I don't care. We were joking like, oh, all the Gavins, including Gavan, will do some endgame type of reveal. I don't care at this point.
You're right. This is like Oja. Yeah, he's gonna come back stronger, guys. We all know it. Yeah. It's all Raya's fault.
Well, if anything, it's Reiji's fault for letting him go. Raya was trying to, end it.
Yeah. Can we get a dimension break so that all the Gavan show up?
Gotta call Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll say it again. Bushido and Luminous are allergic to each other. Yeah. When I think about two characters being allergic to each other, the first thing that comes to my mind is Cersei Lannister and Bronn Blackwater. Like they are almost never in the same scene together, and if they are, they're never in the same shot together. And there's a reason why, and that's because the actors playing Cersei and Bronn are in fact allergic to each other. But you know the craziest thing about it is that when John Wick 3 came out, the actor who played Bronn was the guy in charge of making those coins from the John Wick universe. So I'm like, oh, so you're the master of coin. Makes sense. And then later on, when they finally end Game of Thrones, what happens to Bronn? He becomes the master of coin. It's like if it wasn't lazy enough for you to like hide that Starbucks cup, you even had to rip off John Wick.
Well, technically, that end of Game of Thrones happened before he was in John Wick. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
2019. No, because they would have had to film John Wick before.
Yeah, he was in John Wick Chapter 3.
Yeah. Chapter 3. Yeah, it aired. Chapter 3, Parabellum. Why is it the only one that has like a subtitle? You ever notice that? Let's see. May 9th, 2019. When did Game of Thrones final episode of Game of Thrones aired? The exact same day.
No
They both aired on May 19th, 2019.
And what is today, everybody? May freaking 9th.
Oh my god!
What is today, everybody?
Oh my god, today is like the anniversary of John Wick and the final episode of Game of Thrones at the same time. That's so crazy.
Yeah, hold on, let me see. Chapter 3, Parabellum. Yeah, okay, so it is called Chapter 3, but they just added Parabellum to it.
Yes! John Wick Chapter 2, John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum, John Wick Chapter 4.
May 9th, Regal Union Square. Okay, so we got it first. New York. Ha. May 17th. 2 days later, Game of Thrones. Jesus freaking Christ. Yeah. Well, hope you found that more interesting than Gavin Infinity, because there was more deep-rooted story and seeds planted more than Gavin Infinity. Long gamed it to that 7 years ago to the day we're talking about the end of Game of Thrones. 7 years to the day.
Dracarys. Those who cling to death live. Those who cling to life die.
Where's little Arya? Where's my little Arya figure?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you know what's even crazier? John Wick has 2 Crow actors. Now, not just 2 Crow actors. It had 2 Eric Draven actors. I just realized. Yeah. Mark Dacascos was in the 3rd one. Bill Skarsgård was in the 4th one. They both played Eric Draven.
Oh, yeah, they did.
But you know what's crazier is that like when you actually watch like that god-awful remake, you realize, yeah, you know, John Wick is more true to the lore of the Crow than the actual Crow movie. So it's like, So it's like whenever I see Keanu Reeves and Bill Skarsgård, I'm just like, oh look, it's the Crow, and there's Bill Skarsgård, and there's Raiden.
Go see Mortal Kombat 2, y'all. It's
No, what what's crazy is like knowing that Christopher Lambert played Raiden in 1995 Mortal Kombat,
that he did.
and Clancy Brown played Raiden in Defenders of the Realm, which means that when Connor McLeod fights the Krugen at the end of Highlander, you have Raiden versus Raiden. And they both have lightning.
And again, all connected and more intricate storytelling than the show we're supposed to be talking about now. Why is that, Toei? Why is everything we're talking about now is connected through decades upon decades of different franchises, but the franchise you're supposed to be handling now can't connect worth a damn.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why do you guys think that? Why is it that the enjoyment of Gavin Infinity is stunted by their own writing? I mean, better than Power Rangers, I'm not gonna lie. Like, Power Rangers did the same thing that we're doing here now, but God, I mean, it wasn't god awful, but it wasn't wholly amazing either. It's right in the middle of more mid than this. So, out of the battle of the mids, if I had to sit down and watch a show, I'm picking Gavin Infinity over Neo Saban Power Rangers.
Yeah. Well, with that in mind, if you enjoyed, please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon to stay notified for our latest videos. Share our videos because it helps out with the algorithm. We discuss Super Space Sheriff Gavan Infinity Ultraman Cosmos, which for this week we moved to Thursday. Kamen Rider Ryuki, Kamen Rider Sets, which we moved to Wednesday this week because this Monday we got to interview Chance Perez, aka the Black Dino Fury and Cosmic Fury Ranger, Javi, one of the goats,
the Winter Soldier Ranger,
the Winter Soldier Ranger, what's called the Vibes Ranger, and yeah, it's exclusively on our Facebook, so definitely go to our Facebook to watch it. And yeah, and if you want, check out our sister channel, the Buttery Show, where we discuss movies, TV shows, video game news, and more. Also, our upcoming conventions. Unfortunately, it's made official. Robo Toy Fest, as far as this month goes, has been canceled. Will it be there in a later month? Who knows? But in the meantime, our main event will still be Power Morphicon August 28th through the 30th at the Pasadena Convention Center, featuring guests such as they announced a bunch, so I have to actually look into it. Katrina Devine, who played Amara from
Mara.
Cassidy and Mara. I was gonna do them in chronological order. Yeah, we got Patrick David, the Psycho Ranger himself, Psycho Red. We got Angie Diaz from Mystic Force, Anna Hutchinson from Jungle Fury, and if I do say so myself, one of my favorite people in the world. There's actually a video on my IG where the two of us are on stage morphing together, so definitely be there for that. And our most recently announced actor, the Lunar Lone Wolf himself, Philip Andrew. Yeah.
Holy
and
moly.
Just in time too, because I just finished watching Gal Ranger.
Go!
Go to Matsuke. Go Sakibi. Go to Yusa. Go, go, go! Hakucho Sentai, Go Ranger! Yeah, honestly, I had more fun watching it than I thought I would. So, yeah.
It's a fun season.
Yeah, it's a fun season. Yeah, especially love to the summer film, surprisingly enough. I like the idea that there are orgs based on Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. So which means now I still have to decide whether my next season to watch will be Die Ranger or Time Ranger. So
Well,
that's gonna be a tough one.
Both, 'cause I love both seasons. That's my bias. I love both seasons, so I'd say binge both.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, I don't know if I will have time before MorphCon to watch both.
How would that dude?
No, because like the thing is, could I power binge them each of them in a week? Sure, I've done that before. But the thing is, where's the passion for that?
Fair, valid.
Yeah, like honestly, I'm surprised that I finished Power Ranger in 2 weeks. I thought it was gonna take me longer, and I wasn't even like trying to like binge it either. Like it was just smoothly flowing.
It does.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah, it does.
Like,
are there things I had preferred from Wild Force? Yes, but it was still a good season.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got so many awesome guests coming. We got Brendan Mejia, that cheat in Smash Bros. I swear to God, Mike Kirby had him beat. He's a cheat.
Yep. And yeah. So that's it for from us, guys. Definitely say hi to us at MorphCon. Say hi to the actors and guests at MorphCon, all the cosplayers and stuff. We will have a table at MorphCon, so definitely walk up to us. We will take selfies with you. We won't charge you $40 for a selfie, 30 for an autograph, a 64 combo. No, we're not like that. You know, we'll
it's
do
100.
it for
It's
free.
100 a piece. It's 100 a piece. We yes, we do it for free. We do it for the love.
Yeah.
We do it for the fans and whatnot.
Yeah. But with that said, guys, we hope you have a great rest of your week. Goodbye.